It's a bumper edition of the Surf News Roundup because not every story is strictly surf-related, but important nevertheless. We just love keeping you informed. Welcome to the Wipeout Weekly, the daily podcast for beginners, wannabe surfers, and seasoned wipeout enthusiasts. No hype, no filler, just the highs, lows, and honest truth about learning to surf and finding your place in surf culture. I'm your host, Suze Wilson. Let's go out. Free surf lessons in Waikiki. You better believe it. In a time when surf lessons in Waikiki can run up to $200 for a private one, a trio of local surfers is making a change. Enter the First Wave Project, a grassroots initiative where strangers get to surf for free, no strings, no email sign-ups. Led by Honolulu native Buddy Wiggins and childhood friends Zach Murphy and Isaiah Moniz, the project has already taught more than 50 people to ride their first wave, most of whom never imagined they would ever paddle out. Some stories are lighthearted, like the guy on a Waikiki bender who found surfing might beat out booze. Others are tearjerkers, like the visitor who opened up about depression and found hope in a single ride. In case you were wondering who's charging $200 for a private surf lesson, that'd be the Moniz family surf school. Next up, U.S. Ski and Snowboard comes to its senses. As surfing prepares for its biggest Olympic moment yet, LA 28 at Lowell Trestles, an idiotic power struggle just got wiped out. U.S. Ski and Snowboard has dropped its bid to govern Team USA surfers. The winter sports giant, as you may remember, had hoped to bring its Olympic pedigree and infrastructure to surfing, pitching a crossover strategy led by former WSL CEO Stephanie Goldschmidt. But after a year of public spats and legal threats, they're out. That leaves USA Surfing, the San Clemente-based organization that groomed past gold medalists, as the frontrunner to reclaim its governing body status. After voluntarily decertifying in 2021 due to financial reporting issues, USA Surfing has since then cleaned house. New leadership, new policies, new funding, and now has backing from top athletes, the WSL, the International Surfing Association, and elected officials like Representative Mike Levin. I have no idea who that is. Woohoo! Carissa Moore is back! And we are collectively losing our minds over it, apparently. Hawaii's own Carissa Moore, 5-time world champ and Olympic gold medalist, just announced she's returning to the World Surf League Tour in 2026 after stepping away post-Paris Olympics. And yes, she surfed Chopu while 2 months pregnant, because of course she did. Carissa will join the tour with a season wildcard, kicking off things at Bells Beach on April 1st and finishing with a hometown crowd at Pipeline. After a decade on tour and a pause to start her family, Carissa said she's still got more to give, and we're here all for it. Ooh, this story has been months in the making. We give you coral babies. Florida is going full ocean mom mode, and we're here for it. And a massive coral baby boom. Oh my God, coral baby boom is the best description ever. The Florida Aquarium is putting all the doulas to shame and helping with the birth of thousands of juvenile corals, part of a major effort to restore reefs devastated by the world-breaking marine heat waves of 2023. Funded by Florida's Coral Reef Restoration and Recovery Initiative, the plan involves 5,000 coral babies and hundreds of thousands of larvae being grown in lab tanks, then delicately placed onto reefs across southeast Florida and the Keys using underwater cement. Some of these baby corals are offspring of rescued parents who've already survived both disease and heat waves, making them, in theory, tougher, younger, and maybe even more heat resilient. Why does it matter? Because staghorn and elkhorn corals, the primary reef builders, were nearly wiped out. Less than 22% of staghorn survived. But the brain corals planted from earlier efforts, they held strong. Scientists hope that selective coral breeding, like agriculture but underwater, could create reefs that survive our new climate reality. With natural reproduction now almost impossible, there just aren't enough healthy corals left close enough to each other. This project may be the last best hope for Florida's reef system. And now we have baby corals on our mind. Wow! Nazaré hit by 40-foot bombs, big wave carnage, and jet ski saves as the season gets kicked off. Last week, it was Mavericks. This week, the first big wave swell of Nazaré season just rolled through Portugal and brought 3 solid days of 40-foot action. Highlights included England's Laura Crane and Portugal's Tony Laureano, who barely outran a monster set on a jet ski. And this is just the beginning of the season. And this is not your usual shark story. 10-year-old girl's hand saved after near amputation. We usually only cover shark stories when they involve close calls in the lineup or a board getting munched mid-session. But this one is worth telling because it shows what's medically possible after suffering a shark encounter. Back in June, 10-year-old Leah Lendell was snorkeling with her family in shallow waters of Boca Grande in Florida when she was bitten by a 9-foot bull shark. The attack nearly severed her right hand, leaving it attached by just a shred of skin. Thanks to quick-thinking construction workers who applied a tourniquet and a 6-hour reattachment surgery at Tampa General Hospital, Leah is not only alive, she's knitting clothes for her Barbie dolls with the same hand that almost didn't make it. Leah was able to move 2 fingers within 24 hours, and now, months later, she's regaining sensation and movement in all 5 digits. Surgeons even had to use arteries from her leg to reconstruct tendons and restore function. The fact that there were no missing bones helped, but still, this is wildly rare and borderline miraculous. In other news, we're getting Sharknado 7. 7! Needless to say, our obsession with sharks appears eternal. And that's all for today. Check out the Waipai Weekly for our free newsletter, more stories and ways to connect with us. Thanks for listening. See you tomorrow for more of the Waipai Weekly.